Here's feminism, sexual liberation. They just put promiscuity to bed. Now there's no more shame. Now you got their role models out here saying, "Hey, look, you can do whatever. I can do whatever I want with my body, with whoever I want with my body, when I want." Who's that? Megan Thee Stallion, right? So now look what you got. You got role models out here promoting it. Then, when they get this high body count and get pregnant, now they're looking for what? A monogamous stepfather. That's a raw deal for you, right? I got to take care of you and another man's kid, and I can't have any options. And you what? By the time she get in that mindset where she actually want a man, she's hit the wall now. She's what, 30, 35 years old. This man wants to have kids. She's at risk. Every kid she has is at risk now. Because she decided that she didn't want to get therapy for her childhood trauma. And then now she want to take that route through feminism to mask her shame because she don't have any control over her vagina. She don't have any control over her vagina. And she's not requiring marriage. So what movement supports that? That I don't need a man. I don't need to be married. I can be independent. Feminism. Clear as day, man. So, what's y'all take on that?
Sure.
But see, the thing is, man, these women don't understand, man. They're more impressionable when they're younger. And a lot of women coming in my comments saying, why are you always picking on women over 30 and 35 and 40? Because your cup is filled. The older you get and the more you trauma bond from man to man, you become unimpressionable. And then when it's time to fit into a man's system, I know I already got my system. I already got my independence. I want to see if a man compliments me. Instead of asking a man, hey, what do you need from me? You want to leave me? You want to take care of the children? You want to take care of the household? What can I do for you? How can I support what you're trying to do? Instead of, hey, look, how can you? It's the other way around. How can you support what I want to do? They're unimpressionable. They have another man's imprint on them. And they deviated from their fathers. A lot of these women didn't listen to their father. Father's not telling them to go out here and do that. If your father told you to go out here and just give her the box how you want and when you want and not require marriage, put a 1 in the chat. If your father advocated for that. A lot of times, the father wasn't even in their lives. So they got abandonment issues, childhood trauma. They need to get therapy for that. So at a younger age, you're more impressionable. That's why I tell a lot of brothers all the time, these guys are 35, 40, they're established. Oh, man, none of the girls my age. What did TK Kirkland say? Shout out to TK Kirkland. There's a group of women graduating in June every year. Impressionable women. I know they're young, but you want to take your risk with somebody whose cup already full. She's not going to be submissive. She's not impressionable. There's nothing you can do for her. But help her pay the bills and take care of her kids. And if she decides to give you a kid, then you do that. But if I tell any man, look, man, I got nothing against single moms, except I think they're delusional. I tell all brothers, look, man, if you work hard to get where you at, there's 2.8 million women. Okay, women outnumber men by 2.8 million. If every man got married, there's too many women out here to go share another womb with another man as far as creating your legacy. Shout out to Russell Wilson, but I wouldn't have done that. There's too many. You can get any woman that you want in the world. You pick the woman that already had kids from another man. That was a status gesture. I think that was a status thing. He saw Sierra as status, man. He probably had a crush on her when he was younger, watching her on 106 in the Park or whatever. It's like, oh, I want her. But when he got to the NFL, he got her. So I tell brothers like, look, man, you can't use Russell Wilson as an example anymore. Stop it. The man is a multi-millionaire. He can do whatever the hell he wants. You're not making that kind of money. Find you a woman that's impressionable. Build a legacy in a woman that doesn't have an imprint from another man. If you're established. Now, if you got these guys out here that got multiple baby mamas, then yeah, go ahead. You probably don't want to have kids, and she already got kids, so you want a woman that already got kids. You don't want a woman that don't have kids saying, "Hey, look, I want to have kids," and you're not ready to have kids. So by all means, yeah, to each his own. But I tell guys all the time, look, man, if you establish, you work hard for what you got, find you a woman that's impressionable and don't have an imprint from another man. Because the kids' loyalty is never going to be, they're never going to be loyal to you. They're always going to be loyal to their father, their original father. It don't matter how many men she bringing in the household. Those kids are never going to be loyal to you. They're never going to be loyal to you, especially when they become teenagers. You're not my father. I'm going to tell my dad. You get what I'm saying? Don't put your hands on me. And what's she going to do? She's going to back them. And now you're taking care of a household of people that don't even freaking obey you. So I was like, look, man, you want to go down the route? Go ahead, man. You're going to suffer.
So I would counteract some of your points. I actually agree. I agree with what you're saying. Some of the aspects of what you're saying, I would counteract some of the points only because they became statements. For instance, the statement of single mothers are delusional. I would stand against that. I don't believe that to be true. Are there some single mothers that are
Hold on, wait. You said you don't agree with what to be true? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
The statement single mothers are delusional, because you made a statement single mothers are delusional.
Okay, so for the most part, I'll retract that and say majority of single mothers are delusional.
I would still disagree. I can't say most are delusional. I would understand where you're coming from in terms of, like you said, about the impression in terms of single mothers who potentially might make it. What your natural first choice, would it be a single mother? No, totally understand that aspect. I think just that part that where we say single mothers mean delusional, I would disagree, and I would take it to this point where I'd say there are aspects on single mothers. We want to talk about single mothers. We want to talk about women. We want to talk about men, even that are delusional. We talk about this is a word that we use in 2023. There are. I would still not class all, because I say this because there's a talking point that I've seen, especially in the manosphere community, which is that particular standing point, which is single mothers are, they're not great partners. You know what I mean? They are only care about their kid, and they can never love you, etc., etc. And I'm saying that I disagree with that. Whilst I understand that there is going to be some difficulties, yes, a child may be a child who is much older, let's say more set in their ways, may not find it easy to adjust into relationships or into having new stepfathers, etc., etc. First and foremost, I want to say this, which is, if you're a man and you decide to go after a single mother, more fire to you, right? You should be aware of some of the things that of challenges you're going to face, which are slightly different, because you're going to have different in terrain you're going to have to navigate, which is now a child and the mother also having a child from a previous relationship. That's a terrain you're going to have to work out, but they're not delusional for that. They're not